Hi everyone, my name is Mandy Jess and I am here to do my very first YouTube video, which will be the Booktube Newbie tag. I believe this was originally created by Brenda C. I will link her original video down below so you can check that out. It consists of 7 questions, so let's get started. So the very first question is, why did you start this channel? Which my story is similar to a couple other booktubers that I found. Over a year ago I was introduced to the makeup community on YouTube and started following a lot of makeup gurus, and over a couple months time realized that this was something I was really interested in doing. The only problem was I am not a makeup artist and I am not a makeup guru at all, so I was having a hard time figuring out exactly what my channel would be about. I did know that the things that I do love to do are read, and I have a tendency to read books that not very many people I know are interested in, so I kept having this feeling like I wanted to create a channel where I could get the kind of community around me about the things that I love, the same way that people who love and are makeup professionals do. But I didn't know it existed, and I struggled with that for like 6 months. I was piecing all the things together, trying to put this channel together, but still not sure exactly how to structure it and what was it going to be called and what was the theme. And about 6 weeks ago I stumbled upon Booktube and have been so in love with every single person I've found on here. It is everything I thought I was gonna have to try and figure out in the beginning has already been established, and I am just so excited to be a part of this community and to get started in getting to know everybody. The second question is, what are some fun and unique things you can bring to Booktube? And for me, as far as I've seen on Booktube, the majority of people are really into young adult, sci-fi, fantasy, a lot of those kinds of things, and I have never really been into those kinds of genres. The things that I am fascinated and can't stop reading are autobiographies and self-help, a lot of things in that category. And as I've gotten more into Booktube and found more and more booktubers, I have really started to add more of the fantasy and young adult novels and those type things into my reading list, and it has been so awesome to get that balance. So I'm really excited to bring a lot of the reading that I have done in the past and that I do and I'm addicted to the Booktube community, because I don't see a lot of those types of books being reviewed. But I'm also super excited to be learning and finding all of the really good books in genres that I don't normally read and start adding those to my collection as well. The third question is, what are you most excited about for this new channel? I think I'm mostly just excited to get to know everybody and really find other people who are like-minded like me and like to read and be in these whole other worlds and constantly learning and absorbing new things. I have a really hard time finding people like that in real life that I can share that with, that get into it as much as I do. So that is really my strongest desire to be a part of this community, is just to feel like I have other people that I can communicate with and can bounce back all of the new things that we're reading about. So that really is the thing I'm most excited about. Question number 4 is, why do you love reading? So for me, my biggest addiction to reading is just constantly learning new stuff. I love to learn more about the human existence and psychology and how the brain works and how the mind works, and especially for just not even just for learning it outside of myself, mainly just for learning it about myself, how my mind and body works and how relationships work and all those kinds of things. And I find that even when I read novels or fiction books, there's always something that I find that I can relate to, like, oh yeah, that's something that's similar in my relationship with my spouse or my family or my siblings or my children. And there's just a constant evolving of what you find out about yourself and find out about the world in each different kinds of thing that you read. So I think that's the thing that keeps me addicted to reading, is just constantly finding new things about myself and the world around me. Question number 5 is, what book or book series got you into reading? And this will not be a huge surprise. I think the majority of people who are in my generation or even a little bit younger is Harry Potter. I was going through high school or middle school when Harry Potter first came out, and just started from the very beginning, every single year, waiting for the next book to come out. It was a huge portion of my childhood. I was going through quite a few very rough things, moving from out of country to the United States, right going into my teenage years, and then my parents going through divorce, and my mother immediately marrying into a new family, and it was just a very, very rough part of my life. And Harry Potter was just honestly, the only thing I really remember about those years is my experience reading the Harry Potter books. Everything else is just kind of like I've washed away, and I just have Harry Potter for those years. So that was by far the biggest influence in my life as far as reading goes. Question number 6 is, what questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? So I guess what I would ask my favorite booktuber would be, I don't know if I quite have a complete favorite yet, but I have a big list of people who I do enjoy, and I'm constantly following when they post new videos. So the biggest thing I would ask is how they get through those slumps that we all go through when you go for a month or 2 or 3 and you just have the hardest time getting into any books. That happens to me at least once a year, and in running a booktube channel, that's not really permissible, like to just drop off the face of the planet. So my biggest question would be how you get past that and push through it. So question number 7 is, what challenges do you think starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? For me personally, that would be just getting the time, finding the time where I can actually sit down in front of the camera. I am a work-at-home mom to 2 very beautiful boys, one who goes to school and one who stays home with me all day. And just the only time that I have alone to sit in front of the camera is a 2-hour window in the middle of the day during my son's nap time, which he is right on the other side of that wall right now napping, and I'm hoping he won't wake up before I'm done with this. So that really will be the biggest challenge, because life doesn't always let you schedule and have your makeup and camera and everything ready right at that exact time every day. So it will be a challenge to get past that little time crunch, but I'm super excited. I think it will be well worth it. I'm very excited to establish connections with other booktubers and other people who are like me, and I'm excited to just be a part of this community. So that is all the questions for this tag. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.